Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 954. Rush in. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 52. Check. Crunch. 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 Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on. Switch it. No. Off. Check 24. And let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They're running it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch the 24.
Throwing on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. But he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check hot route. Hot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Alert.
On second down, Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the line.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And Diggs has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. It's complete to Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
19 and 31. Here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So nice number one. Check. Mike one. 3 buzz. Check the backer. Tighten up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready, set, 6-6, pull it high.
One for Mike. Watch one. Hey, we got to get this.
Hey, Alpha.
Check.
2.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Watching you five. I'm coming. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. Check, check.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So, two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
No.
Boost the team.
Switch.
Zebra.
On first down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Slow down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down throw, Watson. 20! He's got Burton here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Check 26, check 26. Let's go double count right here, double count. Good.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 4, check 4. There.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Here we go. Check three. Good job right there.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. 4 down. 41, Mike. 40. 18. Yo.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Schwartz. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got him. Mike 31. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Man, I got you.
Now Watson going to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Lawrence Guy able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eluded, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
Watson. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 41.
You must be dreaming.
Check it out right there. Out, out, out. Hey, alert. Slip. Good job right there. Good job right there. Get him on. West.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Watson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Watch the check 24.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A big run there by Freeman. 43 yards on the ground. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them 1st and goal, as you outlined, with a big-time play.
Hey, turn it out. Undercrunch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
I got you, boy. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Go 14. Joker. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Run left. Be ready.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
280. 55. Hey, eat. Hey, watch that. 14. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
New England on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And a Patriot first down.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Kill. Let's go, 4 down. I got you, pop. Run left.
To throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
36 power.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will extend this big lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
It's just me and you. Hey, Chamberlain.
On first down, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike 41, Mike 41. 65, 65.
Alert, 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 alert.
Kill, 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 kill.
Nice.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second and 11 now. Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans claw one back. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
52. Mike 52. Pick me up. Here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
He don't want it. Block that, block that. 52. Check that out. Tempo. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Right.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watson on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. Wilson wants to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Be alert. Mike by two. Hold up. Rip left.
To throw again is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.